There was a speaking, but the speaking was from the earth. And he says, much more shall we escape if we turn away him that speaketh from heaven. He's trying to locate you, that there is now the generation that is not speaking from this lower realm. What they are talking is the matters that are discussed by the witnesses of our time. People that have walked through this life and have been crowned in heaven and have sat with a testimony. Now, I want you to understand this. When time came for Jesus to die, there were people with a testimony to talk to him on these matters. Because you need people with a testimony, with a mark, for you to hear them. They tell you things that you can't make a mistake with. Do you know the reason why Moses and Elijah had to come? Because there was a need of this dimension to be made available. So Jesus will have access to matters that are discussed above this way. Men with a testimony, men that have actually raised the dead, have walked in this life and have compared how things look like in the heavens, because they are sitting there and they come to explain to you on matters to do on earth. Don't ever think that is over. I don't know if many of you know where I'm quoting this. Elijah had to come. Moses had to come. Because there's a dimension that you need to hear from a man of a testimony. You can't, these matters cannot be left in the hands of Gabriel. No. The decrees that will come, we will lack his authenticity. Because there are voices that have never been tried. There are voices that have never walked amongst us. So God knows when he's sending the matters of heaven, you need to encounter mantles and they can discuss with you. Because you are about to enter into your own time. That now your name will be recorded. It will have a space in heavens. And before you do that, other people that have ever walked and they have got scars on them, they come to talk with you. And while your eyes are closed, oh my God. Oh my God. He says, and there appeared unto them Elijah with Moses. He says, and they were talking with Jesus. Why not Gabriel? Why not Michael? Great messengers. Because these are testimonies. And the ones who can talk to you are those who can convince you it's done. It's possible. We ever walked in that rain. The dead can rise. The lame can walk. And these people are talking not from here. They are discussing with you from heavens. They will simply come to talk with you that they can put authenticity of the testimony and the witness that you are carrying on earth. That when you have it inside of your spirit, you cannot doubt the spirit of the word. That is my turn to rise. That's a reason why. That's a reason why. That's the reason why. And I want you to get it. Because I'm already forming a voice in you. I'm already forming a voice in you. There's a difference between him that is talking and him that has a voice. In this time, you have many people that are talking, but very few people have a voice. I'm getting there. There is a way to obtain a voice. That you're not just a man that is talking. There are those people that when they open their mouth, things have to obey. Things have to be done. Because they're not just talking. It's a voice. It's a voice. It's a voice. So you will see that in Isaiah. Now I just want you to put this before we finish Hebrews. We are just leading now. But let's understand and bring out things that while we are reading. In Isaiah 31 verse 4. Give me Isaiah 31 verse 4. He says, for thus has the Lord spoken unto me. This is the way God has spoken. He's telling you the manner he has spoken. In other words, there is a way God speaks. And the way he speaks to you will determine the way you're going to run. Do you know there is a voice you get from God? You know there is something you get from God that you cannot hear any man's voice and change. You can't let any man's voice come from outside. It dilutes what you have held from God. There is also the way you hear from God that it ends right there. You hear it here. You get excited about it. But when you leave home, when you leave the room there, it's just a matter of one utterance of deception. It will corrupt every voice you held from God. And the reason why you cannot stand on it is because it lacks the testimony. That you can believe what others are saying and refuse what you have held from God. Thus has the Lord spoken to me. Thus has the Lord spoken to me. Who is talking to you? Who said it's your time? You acquire this voice. Look at that. He says, it's like he's telling you the way God has spoken to him. This is the way God has spoken to me. It's like a lion and a young lion roaring on his prey. Do you know what he's saying there? He says there is a way God speaks to a man that he makes you to roar over what he has spoken. If he says you're going to prosper, it's not like it's like the word has projected you. When you're living here, you are a man in action. You're being sent by his words. You are rolling over a plain. He says, when a multitude of shepherds are called against him, even if there are so many things rising, he says, you will not be afraid of their voice. You won't. The voice of God is making you like a roaring lion, looking at what you want to devour, and nobody can turn your face. You go out there with lead eyes. Watch my space. These hands will raise the dead. When the other says, but you are a young man. When the other people says, other people have tried and failed. There is a word God has spoken to you. The word God has spoken in your life, that you cannot listen to any other voice. Not even your mom, not even your dad. The reason why you find other people say, Mom, you have to choose, because I'm not abandoning this. This is becoming my life. This is what I'm gonna do. It's not because of anything. There is a word God has spoken in their lives. And these men, you need to understand, when they go out, they are not leading anywhere. They are taking it from themselves. They have become, what the Paul says, a living epistle. When they stand before people, I'm going to show you, that's what it means to be a voice. So when you're talking, it's not a reference from the scriptures. The scriptures are embedded in you, are inscribed inside of you. The dead has to rise. I have to rise in this life. So if you are not going to do it, you know you are deceiving yourself, because that's what you have become. You are not trying to obey, you are trying to be you. If I lay hands on anything and it doesn't work, I'm deceiving myself, because I know who am I. If I lay hands on anything, it has to work. This is me. This is me. At that point, you are a voice. You are a voice. That's why in Genesis, first time you hear about the voice, you hear that the voice is a man. The voice walking. Because if it wasn't, the voice was not personified, I could have said, I held the footsteps of a man talking. But it's not that. You are dealing with a voice here. The voice is personified. And it's the voice walking in the garden. There is a way God speaks. Question is, you have been hearing about God. The reason why you are keeping them in your notes and never rising, let me tell you what. You are not hearing well. That's why you are still refusing. The speaking is not coming from the realm of the Spirit. It's not coming. It's not coming from a higher dimension. And that's where we have a problem in our time, that there are so many people that are masquerading themselves as the angels of light. They are motivators, they are motivating, they are inspirational speakers, and they have put on a sheepskin of a pastor. And they are now giving voices that are very dull, that they cannot inspire a man. Because they themselves have never been a voice at all. They are trying to comment on matters that they have never encountered. And that's the reason why a generation is dying. Because they are giving themselves to the wrong inspirational speakers, which is feeding their mind, but their spirits are there is nothing in their spirits at all. If you dissect many of the children of God today, you find nothing that they can release from their spirit. They have got 7 levels of vision, 6 levels of whatsoever, but there is no fire inside of their spirit burning, because they have listened to a long voice. Elijah and Moses has to come. These are people with the marks of the testimony. They will convince and persuade us. They are coming from a higher dimension. They will convince us. They will not tell us what cannot be happening. They will tell us what can happen. They will show us that it's possible that these hands can handle matters. Lord, find someone who can believe in our generation. Someone has to hear you well.